Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. Today's video is all about this guy right here, a rooster. Today I'm going to talk about why you would want a rooster with your flock of chickens. I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why you'd want one of these roosters in your flock. Okay, so that, as of yesterday, that was the only rooster we had on the property. I actually picked up 2 more roosters today. They're young. They're still around the 8 to 10 week old range. So the 2 new ones I just picked up today after church, they're about 8 to 10 weeks old. And I'm going to show them to you real quick. I got them in this little cat crate. So a guy at my church raises Rhode Island Reds. He let me come over and pick up 2 of the roosters. And I already have plans for these 2 roosters. I have 22 new laying hens in the barn right now. They're about 12 weeks old. So I'm gonna put these 2 roosters in with them. And then at a later date, probably in about 3 months, I should be able to split those up, put 10 to 11 hens with each rooster, and we should be good from there. Let's go ahead and talk about the reasons why you'd want a rooster in your flock. Okay, so here's the flock of my new laying hens. There's 22 of them in here. And the white ones are obviously leghorns. The gray ones that are just solid gray, those are called sapphire gems. I think there's that one brown one is a buff Orpington. I've got some barred rock in there. And then Americanas right here. So the 2 new roosters are right here. Let's let them out. They probably won't come out right away. They'll probably want to stay in there. So let's get them to come out. So they will pick on these roosters for a little bit. It's all about the pecking order right now. Now, I will say the guy that I wouldn't pick these up with, he said, I'm almost certain they're roosters, but there's a chance one of them could be a hen. So they're still kind of young to kind of really just look at and tell. So the 3 reasons I have for wanting a rooster in your flock, it's all because of your flock. All 3 reasons is because of the flock. And I think the most important reason you would want a rooster in your flock of chickens is the fact of reproduction. The roosters are going to be able to fertilize those eggs, fertilize your hens, the eggs. So when the hens do lay eggs, they're fertile and you can hatch those out. Whether it be you hatching them out, in an incubator, or the chickens themselves hatching them out. Just being a mama and hatching them out. So let's take Donald right here. This rooster right here. He has been with us ever since we started chickens. So he's roughly, I bet he's close to 5. Like he's getting up there in age. Since he's been here, we've had probably 20 babies on the farm, baby chicks hatched on our farm. And we don't have hens that go broody very often. The type of hens we keep are egg production hens. So typically those kind of hens don't necessarily go broody all the time, so they don't really hatch out a lot of eggs and produce a lot of babies. But we have had about 20 chicks born on the farm over the course of 3 or 4 years. None last year, none this year. I only got 3 original hens left out of 20 something. That's because we had a predator problem, which leads us right into number 2. So the second reason I think you would want a rooster in your flock, and this is one mistake I made, which I'm correcting with this next group of hens. I had Donald here, our rooster, with 27 hens. He can't keep up with that many hens. He can't keep track of all of them in our little area that we let our hens out in. So I started losing hens. I wasn't losing the hens that he was protecting, but he is going to be the protector of those hens. He will make a noise that will alert the hens around him that there's a predator or there's an aerial predator or whatever it is. He's going to let them know that there's a danger nearby. So they're all going to go and get cover. Typically in my area, that danger is owls, hawks, aerial predators. I do have, some bobcats and other things that could be predators as well, but I have enough dogs on the farm to keep most of that away. But last year I didn't have any of my Great Pyrenees dogs around my chickens. So the only protector was Donald himself, the rooster, and he couldn't keep track of all 27 of them. So I think that was my fault. So I'm more to blame than he is on the protection of those hens. Typically you only want to keep 6 to 10 hens with each rooster. That's usually what they will protect better. They'll protect that amount of hens better than they can protect 20 to 30 hens. So like I was saying, our biggest threat over here is aerial predators. So he is constantly keeping guard on what's above him, and the hens aren't. The hens are more apt to just kind of eat and just wander around, and those hens want to stay around him because they know that he is going to alert them if there's danger. So if there is danger, he makes a noise, they run for cover. So that's the number 2 reason. It's just simply protection. He will help protect your flock. So my third reason of why I like to have a rooster with my flock of hens is the fact that he's kind of like a peacekeeper. He keeps the peace among the flock. If you don't have a rooster, you'll probably notice that your hens kind of peck. All the hens will peck at 1, 2, 3 of the other hens. That's the pecking order. That's where it comes from, is from chickens. So if you have a rooster with your flock, those roosters will get right in the middle of it. They don't really let them fight. They don't really let that happen as much. It still will happen some, but they let you know, hey, I'm at the top. I keep the order, and things will be a lot smoother and a lot safer in the flock. So that's our main 3 reasons. I'm sure there's a ton of other good reasons to have a rooster, and a lot of y'all that raise chickens, you probably have reasons why you don't want a rooster. They're loud, and they will crow. They don't just crow in the morning when the sun comes up. They will crow whenever they want. So if you can't have a noisy animal in your backyard or a noisy animal around, you have neighbors, that might be a reason why you don't want a rooster. I personally like the noise they make. I do like to hear my rooster crow. Everybody that has a farm over here in this area, we all have chickens. We all have roosters, so it's common. You're going to hear the rooster sound, but you appreciate it. You know what that means to your flock. You know that rooster brings you production, it brings you protection, and it brings you peace. So that's the 3 reasons I keep a rooster. I think it's 3 of the most important reasons, but if you have other reasons, leave it in the comment. Let me know why you would want a rooster in your flock, or why you do have roosters in your flock. And if you don't, do the same thing. Leave me a comment, tell me why you don't have a rooster in your flock. So my chickens are free range chickens. I let them out. Typically, if I have a dog around, I let the door stay open. Nothing's going to go in there because the dog's right there, and he doesn't attack the chickens. So they are free range. If you are the type of person that pins your chickens up, they stay cooped up, or they stay in a chicken run with a coop attached, you may not need a rooster. They're protected, so you don't need that. If all you want out of them is to produce eggs for eating, then you don't need a rooster to have that. A rooster doesn't cause your chickens to lay eggs. A chicken's going to lay an egg without a rooster, so you're still going to get eggs. The only thing you may have to deal with out of the three things I've mentioned is peace. A rooster will definitely keep the peace, but if they're pinned up without a rooster, you're going to have a pecking order issue. You're always going to have those 2 or 3 chickens that's always picked on. Another reason I like just having a rooster, kind of a bonus tip, other than the 3 reasons I gave you, is it's a complete circle of life with chickens. If you have that rooster, everything about the chicken system is in place. As long as they have water, source of food, the whole cycle of a chicken can be ran through that process. As long as you have a rooster, you still got production. You're still going to get eggs from them. They're still going to fertilize your entire property, you know, if you let them free range. So that's a benefit as well. Okay, y'all, that's all I got for this video. Make sure you go down there and leave a comment. If you guys have chickens, leave me a comment and let me know why you have a rooster or why you don't have a rooster. Let me know if it's different than my reasons. We'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, do the good.
At the Fowler family farm. Come along and ride with us through this life journey we go through. At the Fowler family.